Kemajuan Filem Nasional Malaysia, FINAS, Yang Berusaha Profesor Michael Risco, Vice Chancellor and President Taylor's University Lakeside Campus, Yang Berbahagia Datin Paduka Syuhaini Baba, Deputy President Film Producers Association Malaysia, Yang Berusaha Jeffrey Amin, AIFFA Executive Producer, Yang Berusaha Livan Kajang, AIFFA Festival Director, representatives from Ministry of Tourism Sarawak, ASEAN Embassy, representatives, ASEAN film celebrities, members of the media, film teachers, film students, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to AIFFA 2017 Kuala Lumpur launch. Full of culture, full of storytelling, full of performances. We welcome all of you to Taylor's University, a university visited by dignitaries, ministers, and even the President of America, Barack Obama. Speaking of culture, and to get a taste of AIFFA 2017 Sarawak, we have a special performance for you. Please put your hands together, and all the way from Sarawak, Mr. Ezra, with our traditional Sapi performance. Mr. Ezra. simply beautiful. It just makes us feel that we're really at the land of the Hornbills, the beautiful Sarawak. And with that, it is indeed an honor to welcome YB Datuk Lee Kim Shin, Assistant Minister for Tourism Sarawak, representing the Chief Minister of Sarawak. Distinguished guests, students, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. Today's event marks a major milestone to commemorate AIFFA 2017 journey, not only for Malaysia, but also for ASEAN. The ASEAN International Film Festival and Awards objectives is to further the art and craft of ASEAN filmmaking by inspiring and championing the work of screenwriters, filmmakers, and all artists who use the language of film to tell a story. AIFFA believes that our films help promote our culture, tradition, and heritage towards a convergence for ASEAN as an entity. AIFFA also aims to promote ASEAN films to the international market and to foster collaborations and networking within the ASEAN film industry. Another objective of ASEAN and AIFFA is to provide business opportunities for film distributors and exhibitors through creative and film meeting, incentives, conferencing, and exhibitions. All in all, AIFFA also aims to attract tourism and filmmakers to Malaysia. To appreciate AIFFA better, let's focus on the screen for our video presentation.
When we take care
gentlemen, to begin our events for today, we now invite Professor Michael Driscoll, Vice Chancellor of Taylor's University, on stage to deliver his welcome address.
Good morning. I'd like to particularly welcome our guests of honour, Yang Berhormat Datuk Lee Kim Shin, Assistant Minister for Tourism Sarawak, representing the Chief Minister of Sarawak, and Your Excellency Joji Samuel. I can also welcome all our distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, colleagues, students. Welcome to Taylor's University's Lakeside campus. I'm delighted to be the host of this launch and promotion of the ASEAN International Film Festival. The university is very engaged with the cultural industries. We want to support the cultural industries because we know how vital they are to enriching all our lives. And I'd just like to wish everyone involved with the film festival, which will take place in early May, a very happy, enjoyable and successful film festival. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, sir, for the welcoming address. On behalf of the AIFFA team, I would like to thank you for hosting the KL launch here at Taylor's University. Next, we'd like to invite AIFFA 2017 Festival Director, Livan Tajang, to come out on stage to deliver her speech and enlighten us a bit more on AIFFA 2017.
Thank you very much, Vanida. Good morning. A very, very warm welcome, YB Datuk Lee Kim Shin, Your Excellency Jojo, Datuk, Datin Paduka, honorable guests, students, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. It is such a pleasure to be here to announce the 3rd ASEAN International Film Festival and Awards KL launch. I'm going to describe briefly our long journey towards 2017. This started out as an idea about the film festival that would bring together the best of ASEAN filmmakers. It was very, very strongly supported by the current Chief Minister of Sarawak, who was then Tourism Minister, Dato' Amar Abang Johari. He supported us from 2013 with the idea, and I see, and you can see in the video, he's there in many of our events. So what started as an idea was endorsed in 2013. We began with, at that time we had all the 10 countries participate, but we had 80 films sent in. That was in 2013. And in 2014, it was a good festival. In 2014, the ASEAN Tourism Ministers Conference was held in Kuching. And again, Dato' Amar Abang Johari asked that this festival be endorsed to be held permanently in Kuching every 2 years. So that was the endorsement we received, that AIFFA will always be held in Kuching as a biennial festival. And now we are here for our 3rd edition. This is our KL launch. We have started quite early. We went around ASEAN. I think there were some video clips of us. We have gone to Bangkok. We have gone to Singapore, the major cities, Jakarta, Manila. I think some people from Manila are here today with us. Thank you for coming. Okay, when we did our roadshow, we found out that, people knew about us. People have heard of us. And also judging from the number of response through filmmakers, we know that AIFFA is now the ASEAN's film festival. We have received over 120 entries throughout ASEAN. This is the biggest number so far. Actually, we still are receiving entries, but unfortunately, on the 15th of this month, we have closed entries already. So thank you to all those, especially for Malaysians. Malaysian filmmakers sent in the most number at over 40 films. So we hope to see good results. Okay. Our jury has been selected. They are made out of 4 ASEAN jury members and 1 from an international juror. I think the media kit, the press kit will be, they have the names of the media. So we have this time 1 from Malaysia, who is headed, the head juror, who is Yue Sari again. Another 1 from the Philippines. The third one is Eddie Cahyono from Indonesia. And then we have from Brunei, yes, we have 1 juror from Brunei, lady juror. And the 5th one is Maxine Williamson, who runs the Asia Pacific Film Festival in Brisbane. So she's the 5th juror. So that's the juror. So during this time until the festival, they will be busy shortlisting 100 films. Okay, that's with the film submissions. The next thing is, with our events this time, we are starting in April. The festival itself is 4th, 5th, 6th of May, but we start in April. So for any of you who are in Kuching, we actually have an ASEAN movies at the waterfront every weekend. So if you are in Kuching, please go down to the waterfront every Saturday and Sunday. We will be screening the movies that have been entered. Now most of these things are free, so you just come and enjoy yourself. Besides that, because it is ASEAN's 50th anniversary, Your Excellency Jojo, so we have decided to add in an ASEAN element. So we also have an ASEAN singing competition, we have an ASEAN quiz competition, we have an ASEAN cooking competition. So this all takes place in Kuching in the weekends of April. So if any of you are there, you are all invited to participate in the competition and also to watch the films that have been submitted. And towards the end of April, we will have film screenings, nominated film screenings, and the 2 cinemas in Kuching dedicated to screening these films. Okay, and then 4th of April, because by the 3rd, the jury would have arrived. By the 4th, the delegates will arrive. The delegates will come, and usually we have between 200 to 300 delegates. These are filmmakers, of course, and celebrities from throughout ASEAN, and we also have international filmmakers attend. We have an opening night. The opening night this time is at the Kuching Amphitheatre. Before we used to have this at the South Cultural Village. We've done a bit of change here. So the venue this time is the Kuching Amphitheatre. So besides the announcement of nominated films and a concert with Dayang Nur Faiza, Ali Katz, and some appearances, we have something very interesting. We are going to try to break the Guinness World Record for the most number of people dressed as cats. Okay, so what you're going to do is you have to dress in a cat costume. We will have the Guinness World Record educator come from England, and we will attempt to break the Guinness World Record. So what people have to do is, anybody is invited, everybody who comes, so you need to have ears. This is the requirement. You have to have ears, you have to have whiskers, it can be painted, and you have to have tail. Okay? So for those who are coming, you need to get your cat costume ready. The number to beat is actually 250 people. I think we can manage, don't you think? Yeah. So we hope to get a few thousand people, and this will be also live, this opening night. So that's one thing. So this is also getting the locals, and visitors to participate in the festival. So after the Guinness World Record, that starts at 5, then we will have the announcement of nominated films. We also are currently running the Sarawak Youth Shortcut Film Competition. So the announcement of winners will be made that night. Yeah? I think some of you young people here are participating in this competition. And there is an opening film which will follow after the nominated films named. Now, that is for the first day. For the 5th and the 6th, we have 2 programs. One is the Cafe Crawl. Cafe Crawl is the talks. Talks, they are very informal talks, but they are by filmmakers, and there are 3 cafes where these cafe talks will be held. Besides filmmakers, besides the delegates, the public who are interested in film are invited to sit and listen. You know, because this, of course, is a unique experience. You know, to have filmmakers, some are very well known, so they'll be sitting in the cafes. That is on the 4th and the 5th. An important element that we have added in 2017 is film-based world, which we used to have exhibitions. We've added something new here, and I think it is going to be very warmly welcomed by the filmmakers of ASEAN. We are introducing content pitching for finance. So with this, our filmmakers and people who are interested to pitch for finance for their films are invited to come. We have the guidelines. It will be on the website tomorrow. So this brings in a new element, and we have today the Malaysian chapter of our new partner, our partner being Southeast Asia Audiovisual Association. That is our partnership to bring in the finance. And I think we have the Malaysian head here, Leon Tan. Yeah. So Mr. Leon will sit at the press conference later to inform us more. But what it is it's made up, SAVA is made of partnership of people who are financing films. Not only they're based in Singapore, but throughout Southeast Asia. So this will be the new element. They are in partnership with AIFFA to provide financing. And the money, okay, let's say you have a film project. So you would like to pitch your idea to them. There's about 5 financiers available. So they will decide whether they'll take up your project. And I understand, correct me if I'm wrong here, the amount to be brought in for the pitching is USD 30 million ringgit. 30 million USD, sorry. Okay, so this brings in a different role for AIFFA. Whereas before we used to show films, competition, you know, and to network. So this brings in a different focus, because serious filmmakers, whether they are part of the delegates or not, I think they will come. They will come and participate and to pitch their film ideas. So each filmmaker will be making an appointment to see those who have ideas, and the amount of money to be given if the idea goes through is between $500,000 to $1 million USD. Right? And also we are looking for filmmakers who collaborate for Southeast Asia. So this is definitely a step up for us. Now, the final night, of course, is the big night. That is the gala night. The gala night, of course, is something that everybody looks forward to. It is the red carpet. We have our ASEAN celebrities, and of course, the 12 awards. The 12 awards are for, I think some of you are familiar with it, that being, you know, best cinematographer, best film, best director. So there are 12 awards for that. And besides that, of course, the ASEAN Inspiration Award and the Lifetime Achievement Award. Since our festival is very new, I suppose you know, we do not have that many winners yet. First one was Tan Sri Michelle Yeoh. The second one was a very important and very talented actress from the Philippines, that is Nora Anor. And for our ASEAN Inspiration Award, that was Dato' Jackie Chan in 2015. There is a very important award, which we feel really is even more important maybe than the best film. Then this award is called the ASEAN Spirit Award. The ASEAN Spirit Award is a film that we judge as a film that reflects the culture of ASEAN. And this is the coveted award for filmmakers. So that's what we have to look forward to during the gala night. It is, of course, telecast live. Maybe some of you have caught it before. So that's about the program for AIFFA 2017. We look forward to seeing you there. We invite everybody to come to the festival during those times, not only to enjoy the festival, but also to enjoy Kuching, Sarawak's hospitality. So we'll see you AIFFA 2017. Thank you.
Thank you, Livan, for that beautiful insight on AIFFA 2017. I'm sure everyone's geared up now for the upcoming festival in May. I mean, I'm definitely looking forward to be there. Maybe I should get my own cat suit now. Moving on, we'd like to invite Yang Berbahagia, Georgie Samuel, Director General of ASEAN Malaysia National Secretariat, to deliver his speech.
Thank you very much, Ms. Walida. I'm not going to dance to the Michael Jackson beat, but just representing ASEAN Malaysia. Yang Berhormat Dato' Lee Kim Shin, Assistant Minister for Tourism, Sarawak, representing the Chief Minister of Sarawak, Yang Bahagia Dato' Ibrahim Abdul Rahman, Director General, Information Department Malaysia, Tuan Azmir Saifuddin Mutalib, Deputy Director General for Finance, Professor Michael Driscoll, Vice Chancellor and President, Taylor's University Lakeside Campus, Datin Paduka Suhaimi Baba, Deputy President, Film Producers Association of Malaysia, Mr. Jeffrey Amin, AIFFA Executive Director, Ms. Livan Tajang, AIFFA Festival Director, the woman behind all this. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, good morning and salam sejahtera, salam satu Malaysia. It gives me great pleasure to be with you here today. Let me express my appreciation to AIFFA 2017 for inviting me here today to the launch of the ASEAN International Film Festival and Awards 2017. As you know, 2017 marks the 50th anniversary of ASEAN since its establishment in 1967. Over 5 decades of existence, there have been many milestones along the way. One of the many notable milestones is the establishment of ASEAN Community in 2015, which is very significant as it signals to the rest of the world how far and how well we have achieved in coming together as one community. ASEAN Community will bring new opportunities to the peoples of ASEAN and the broader global community. These include continued peace, stability, and prosperity in the region that will allow our people to pursue their dreams. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, with ASEAN's efforts to fostering a sense of belonging and ASEAN identity among our peoples, film is seen as a powerful medium to realize these goals. Film will break down unforeseen barriers and unite people from diverse cultures. with a collective population of more than 630 million, being the 7th largest economy in the world, youthful demographics, and a steadily expanding middle class, ASEAN is set to become a hotspot for film goers and filmmakers. I believe AIFFA 2017 will offer a diverse range of film choices from the region. It will become a window for people inside and outside of the region to understand ASEAN and its peoples, and as an important platform to enhance the cultural exchange and cooperation between ASEAN member states. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, this year, as ASEAN celebrates its golden jubilee of its establishment, it is a moment for both reflection and creation. The situation in the region at the time of ASEAN's founding has totally changed today. ASEAN is facing altogether a different set of ever-evolving challenges which must be addressed to ensure ASEAN's effectiveness and perpetuity. With the power of influence of films, they become very accessible educational tools to inform ASEAN member states' communities about the diverse ASEAN religions, cultures, traditions, and values, while building the sense of belongingness to come up with a collective identity that will make the individual members of the community proud to be an ASEAN person. ASEAN films are well positioned to bring to the peoples the awareness and understanding of the very ASEAN community we are building, not only its opportunities to seize, but also its challenges to overcome, as this will, in turn, encourage them to engage and participate in our mutual efforts. And in line with the Kuala Lumpur Declaration on a people-oriented, people-centered ASEAN community, ASEAN has been undertaking various initiatives to bring ASEAN closer to the peoples. I am confident that AIFFA 2017 will not only raise public awareness of the diverse cultures of ASEAN, but it will also help facilitate cooperation between the film industries within the region. I wish to commend the organizers of AIFFA 2017 for furthering the art and craft of ASEAN filmmaking by inspiring and championing the work of screenwriters, filmmakers, and all artists. I would also like to commend and congratulate the support given by the Sarawak State Government in making this possible every 2 years. Yes. And I would like to also give a shout out to, especially to Taylor's University for hosting this event today. I know Ms. Livan has mentioned it a few times, but it is encouraging to note that universities are taking the lead in supporting the filmmakers and the films of ASEAN. Finally, I wish AIFFA 2017 all the success, and I hope you will all enjoy the film festival that will run from 4th to 6th May 2017 in Kuching, Sarawak. I definitely look forward to the Dress as Cats, the team, and I hope that we can achieve the World Guinness Record. With that, thank you very much.
Thank you, Ambassador Joji Samuel. And now, we would like to call upon our guest of honor, Yang Berhormat Datuk Lee Kim Shin, Assistant Minister for Tourism Sarawak, representing the Chief Minister of Sarawak, to the stage for his speech and to officiate the AIFFA 2017 KL launch. Dipersilakan YB.
morning everyone, selamat pagi, salam sejahtera dan salam sehati sejiwa. As usual, this is our Malaysian tradition. Before we start an official function or speech, we need to address quite a number of people. So excuse me for those who are not used to this sort of introduction in the speech. I think first of all I'd like to address our Director General of ASEAN Malaysia National Secretariat, His Excellency Ambassador Georgia Samuel, Yang berbahagia Datuk Ibrahim Abdul Rahman, the Director General Information Department Malaysia, Tuan Azmir Saifuddin Mutalib, the Deputy Director General Perbadanan Kemajuan Film Nasional Malaysia, Professor Michael Driscoll, Vice Chancellor and President, Taylor's University Lakeside Campus, Yang berbahagia Datin Paduka Suhaimi Baba, Deputy President, Film Producers Association Malaysia, Saudara Jafri Amin, AIFFA Executive Director, and of course a very important lady here. Without her, I think this would have taken place. And Livan Tajak, who is also from Sarawak, the AIFFA Festival Director. And we have number representative from my ministry, Tourism, Arts and Culture Sarawak. And also all our ASEAN Embassy representatives, ASEAN film celebrities, members of media, film students, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here this morning to represent the Right Honourable, the Chief Minister of Sarawak, Yang Amat Berhormat Dato' Amar Abang Johari Abdul Rahman, who actually wanted very much to come here today, but due to his very heavy official commitment, he is unable to make it, and therefore he requested me to be here and to deliver his speech. So I will be reading out his text of speech. Salam satu Malaysia, salam satu ASEAN to all of you this morning. I would like to welcome all of you to this event, as I know that it will once again make our friendship closer and stronger. Film unites individuals, families, and nations. Films creates emotions which bring us together. We are more than just neighbors. We are a very large family of 600 million people from 10 countries. ASEAN festival like this bring us together. Ladies and gentlemen, storytelling is such a powerful force in uniting us. Effective storytelling wins hearts and minds. As country and as people, we all have stories to tell. And that is where AIFFA plays an important role. By sharing our stories, we become closer. We enrich each other with our stories. AIFFA, from its inception in 2013, has united the ASEAN nations through this film festival. Kuching is the melting pot. Sarawak is the venue. Malaysia is the home. And ASEAN is our family. ASEAN is 50 years old. All ASEAN countries are noted for our creativity in art, music, dance, and theatre. That pools of talent have also been shown in films for decades. I'm happy that Sarawak and our partners in Peninsular Malaysia, including KKMM, FINAS, PFM, and ASEAN Malaysia National Secretariat, are helping to bring ASEAN closer by organizing AIFFA 2017. The films which participated in AIFFA 2013 and in 2015 have opened our eyes. we saw so much creativity. We saw how even though we in ASEAN have different languages and different cultures, we are very much the same in what really matters: effective and memorable storytelling. Storytelling told by legends of ASEAN silver screen. From Malaysia, Tan Sri P. Ramlee. From Philippines, Nora Auno. From Myanmar, Ki So Tun. From Singapore, Eric Koo. From Indonesia, Harif Haji Muhammad, and many more. If we can use our vision as filmmakers to show that a better world is in front of us all, it will be as important as the work done by a leader who unites the people. Film can unite us, whether in ASEAN or globally. Films can also create a value chain that benefits thousands with a better life. Ladies and gentlemen, I think the creative economy, which includes the creative filmmakers and the business side, can add variety to any ASEAN country's economy. That will surely help us lift our people. It will speed up income growth and reduce income gaps. The youth, for example, must be encouraged to pursue their creative passion. Today, digitizing their creative passion means an income for them and a growth for a creative GDP. The late Tan Sri P. Ramlee once said, "Art is God's work." Indeed, art sometimes seems to come from divine inspiration, and when we watch a form of artwork being translated onto the silver screen, we go, aha, we get the story. We understand the twist. We love the film. Take a good look at how Nang Nak, a Thai horror film, taught the audience about unconditional love and the meaning of holding on to a sacred promise. How Pasek Babisik showed us a mother's hardship and sacrifice for her daughter, set in the majestic background of Mount Bromo, Indonesia. Ponder how 12 Story, a film from Singapore, showcased the life of the residents of an HDB block. Tears, happiness, all set in a familiar, relatable setting. This, what makes us all ASEAN, common to one another. Our films are inspired by us, and we, in return, are inspired. AIFFA positions this passion perfectly. And therein lies the true objective of AIFFA in Kuching, to bring ASEAN cinema and ASEAN creative passion together for business, for pleasure. The late Tan Sri Jin Samsudin once started in a movie called Gerak Kilat, or The Lightning Speed. He was our James Bond, Malaysia's very own James Bond, called Jeffrey Zin. The movie was made in the 1960s when things were changing all over the world. We wanted to show through ways that our James Bond was as tough as their Sean Connery. Gerak Kilat symbolizes us Malaysians in the 60s, ready and geared up to face the changing socio-economic scene as well as the change in the film industry. Like Jeffrey Jin, we, the ASEAN community too, must gerak kilat. Speed is everything today. We, the government, you, the corporate sector, all of you in the creative industry must move fast to create and capture opportunities. ASEAN is your platform. The world is your playing field. Filmmakers too need to move with the utmost speed to make a mark in the world. There is competition everywhere. With everything and anything made digital, the world is not as we know it. What we see here in Malaysia today can be heard and seen somewhere else in the world in a matter of seconds. ASEAN remains a fantastic place of creativity. You have a natural heritage to draw upon, the source of inspiration to every filmmakers all over the world. ASEAN is our backyard. We should and must be proud of it. In fact, film producers too should know that everywhere you go, anywhere in the 10 countries of ASEAN, you realize that you are in a natural studio. Sarawak offers a natural setting studio too. Come explore the richness of nature, the charming people, and centuries of history. The balance of old and new. We invite you with open arms to witness the natural beauty of Sarawak as your film location. AIFFA 2017 Kuching is your vehicle to reach the world. And God willing, you will soon screen your works to the entire world. As mentioned by the film festival director, there is a film business pitching session organized to you to pitch your idea and your production. So come and do it. AIFFA 2017 Kuching is planning to break the Guinness World Record, not Malaysian Guinness World Record, Guinness World Record for the largest crowd in cat costume. Come and join us. We've heard that from our festival director just now. AIFFA Kuching 2017 is planning to do cafe film talks. Come and participate. AIFFA 2017 Kuching will have the gala night. Come and network. AIFFA 2017 is your vehicle to reach the world, and God willing, you will soon screen your works to the entire world. I would also like to quote Nora Arno from the Philippines, who won the AIFFA Lifetime Achievement Award. She said that it is always great to win abroad, but there is nothing like being recognized by your own countrymen in ASEAN. So remember, ASEAN first, then the world. As a Sarawakian, I am personally proud to welcome all of you to Kuching, Sarawak from 4th to 6th of May when AIFFA comes to town. Sarawak has all of ASEAN's natural beauty. We have world-renowned, award-winning Mulu Caves, the international acclaimed World Rainforest Festival, the International Miri Jazz Festival. Now, we open our arms to all in Malaysia, all in ASEAN, and the international tourists and film enthusiasts to visit Kuching for the ASEAN International Film Festival and Awards 2017. Thank you, and don't forget your cat costume. With this, I have great pleasure to officially launch our AIFFA Kuala Lumpur Roadshow. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Lee Shin, and now please remain on stage to officiate the event. We would like to also call upon Ambassador Georgie Samuel, Dr. Ibrahim Abdul Rahman, Tuan Azmer Saifuddin Muttalib, Professor Michael Driscoll, Datin Paduka Shuhaimi Baba, Mr. Jafri Amin, Ms. Livan Tajang, Ministry of Tourism Sarawak colleagues, celebrities in the house, to accompany YB Datuk Lee Kim Shin on stage to launch KL AIFFA 2017. Okay. We did not practice, but I'm sure everyone here is a pro. Remember? Okay, thank you. So, the moment we've been waiting for. Photo op. The launch will be ignited by YB Datuk Lee Kim Shin with the help of Datin Paduka Syuhaimi Baba. So let's put our energy in it. Passing it on to Shumi.
Camera. Light.
There you have it, the launch of AIFFA 2017. We call upon the members of the media for a photo op. Members of the media still. Can we be closer? Thank you so much to YB, Dato, and all VIPs for launching KL AIFFA 2017. And now we call upon our Festival Director, Liban Tajang, to hand out souvenirs of appreciation to our VIPs. To YB Dato Lee Kim Shin, Ambassador Joji Samuel, to Dato Ibrahim Abdul Rahman, Tuan Azmir Saifuddin Mutalib, Professor Michael Driscoll, and Datin Paduka Syuhaimi Baba. Thank you again, YB Dato, for your time and support. And with that, we have come to the end of the event. Thank you all for attending today's event. All VIPs will now join the members of the media at Lecture Theatre 18 for a press conference. To all guests, kindly make your way to the temple.